What's happening, my fellow nerds? I'm Abe.
And I'm Bear.
And you're watching The Nerd Talk Show. Hey guys, here we are. Star Wars. This is your first episode of Nerd Talk, The Rising Rebellion. We're so excited to be talking Star Wars. We got some juicy topics today, and I'm going to let Bear kick things off. Let's go.
Woo! So, topics. Oh, yeah. So, Star Wars 2023.
Yes, we got to recap, man. We really do.
Yes. Recap. The current state of Star Wars.
The current state of Star Wars. There's a lot to talk about.
Ooh.
It's different for each fan. And I think that's why it's going to be so much fun to talk about, and it's going to be so engaging, because it's going to be fun to hear what you guys think.
Right. And then upcoming projects that's going to be happening.
Oh, yeah, we're excited about that.
Yes.
And then
our retrospective teaser.
Yes, we're giving you a tease of our upcoming retrospectives, which are going to fill a bunch of this series, because we're going to be doing retrospectives at the beginning every episode. Well, we're going to save a little bit more about that for the ending section of this video. So hey, let's get started.
Yes.
What's our first topic?
So Star Wars in 2023.
There was a lot in 2023. I mean, we had the Ahsoka series.
Yes.
Oh God, that was so good. Which, hey, if you haven't watched the Nerd Talk Awards, you gotta go see the Nerd Talk Awards, because Ahsoka may have, it may or may not have won something, or multiple somethings even, because you guys really liked it too. That's the very obvious part.
Ooh, then we got Mando.
Yes, Mando season 3.
Season 3.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm defending the shit out of that season, because some of you got a little bit weird, because there was a couple episodes you didn't like, but that's what I say to you. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't flame us in the comments. It's okay. I don't actually hate any of you if you don't like it, but I would like to explain why I quite enjoyed it. Now, look, we also had Jedi Survivor that came out.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
We're going to take a second to talk about that. The Star Wars Celebration movie announcements that were made. And then Dave Filoni's promotion.
Yes.
Now, you want to start with that? Because we got just to get into it really quick.
Yeah.
So, what happened? You let us know. What happened? What happened to Dave Filoni? He became what?
He became CEO.
CCO.
CCO.
The Chief Creative Officer, which means
yes,
he gets a say in more of Star Wars, which is a huge thumbs the hell up.
Congratulations,
for real,
Dave. If you ever see this in the future, future, just congrats, dude.
For real.
Holy hell, that's a hell of a good promotion right there.
Yes. Very awesome, because that means we get to have somebody who knows Star Wars, knows what to do with Star Wars, knows where to take Star Wars, because he's been there with George Lucas and did the Clone Wars, and one of my all-time favorite series, Rebels, and one of my new all-time favorite series of Ahsoka. I mean, Dave, come on. We're so happy he's got so much more pull now and can actually really steer this entire ship in a good direction, which I feel like Star Wars really started to course correct. I feel like they really course corrected the correct way in 2023. Again, I get it. Not everybody loved season 3 of Mando. I don't 100% understand why. I know the one Jack Black episode, people didn't really like that because they felt it was just nonsensical filler, but I would disagree with you. I also absolutely adored the Mandalore arc. I loved that shit. I really did. Jedi Survivor. Hey, again, Nerd Talk Awards plug. Yes. Go check that out. It's live stream on our channel that we did. It was really cool. Again, It may or may not have won. I'm not going to spoil anything. But that was a game that really man, I'm watching somebody who is a really big Star Wars fan who is finally getting their chance to stream it now, because they didn't get to play it last year. They had too much going on, and so they're now playing it and they're going through it. And man, it's even reliving it again, just this way as man, it's just such a special game. It was really good.
It is. I mean, I just want to say it was beautifully done.
Beautifully.
Like, it's just the graphics, the sound design, just so much about it.
The score was great.
Oh yeah, score was amazing. I personally, just throwing it out there, I personally never actually had the chance to actually play it.
Sure. Yeah.
But I've seen it. Like, I've seen it being played by other people. You know?
I actually got the chance to play it. I bought that. I bought that day one. You know I was gonna do that because the first game was so good. Man, Survivor
when I do
did
get
not
a chance to play it, I'll tell you what. If I don't actually record me playing it, I will at least record my reviews, my own personal reviews, and that on it. You know, possibly over on Bear Essentials.
Yes.
So, but yeah, otherwise I might just actually record playing it too, make a whole series out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like that. So,
which is something we might be just doing in general.
We might be, maybe.
Stay tuned for that. There's some fun stuff that we're gonna be doing this year, including awesome Star Wars stuff. So that leads us pretty beautifully into the next one, I think. So.
Yes. Our current state
of Star Wars.
Yes, current state of Star Wars right now. So, and 2023, strong year.
Strong year. I think so too.
For Star Wars.
I really do.
Yes.
Now I know not everybody in the world will agree. But personally, like, again, I also got the chance to watch Star Wars Rebels for the first time last year.
Ooh.
I know a lot of people didn't realize that, but I really did. And I finally finished Clone Wars. So the last couple of seasons finally. And so I got to do all of that in between Survivor coming out and Mando season 3 and Ahsoka and all of those things kind of just back to back to back. I went from kind of being someone who used to be a really big Star Wars fan, kind of fell off slowly over the course of the sequel trilogy. I didn't hate those movies when they first came out at all, but I don't know. It was like so many other things were really capturing my attention in huge ways, and Star Wars it didn't feel as impactful. And then over this past year, it's like my inner hardcore Star Wars fan just really started to breathe again, to feel like it was being reinvigorated, and to feel like I was really being introduced to this world in a really impactful way, and it felt so good.
I agree.
Holy ball.
But I'll tell you what, Ned, Star Wars definitely has interesting projects scheduled and everything, but seriously, Big Nick, we need more movies.
Yes. We need more movies. And hey, it sounds like there's a bunch coming, which is really cool.
Yes.
I'm really excited about that, by the way. I'm really excited about that. Because there's some really cool shit coming. The number one, the biggest one that I'm absolutely excited about. Now, we'll get into another one here in a minute. But the one that I'm the most excited about is Dave Filoni's big, epic culmination movie coming, because that's gonna be huge. The battle with Thrawn and the Imperial remnants are gonna be so good. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so good, so good. But hey, there was something big that was just announced. You want to talk about that? We gotta talk about it, right?
Oh yeah. The Mando and Grogu movie?
Yes, sir. Yes,
the
sir.
newly announced Jon Favreau.
Yes. My man Jon Favreau is going to be directing The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is the official title of the movie. So yeah, Mando and Grogu are taking the leap from Disney Plus over to the big screen. There's a lot of questions, right? What is this adventure actually going to be?
Yes.
What's the because it's got to be big if it's going to be on the big screen, right? So what is this adventure going to be? Where we kind of left off for season 3 was like, I feel like we're going to be doing some smaller week-to-week stuff again if we come back in season 4. But nope. Apparently, we're jumping straight into a movie that might actually even be coming out next year, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
So it's curious. Now there is one other question here.
And that is basically, if there's going to be a season 4, will the movie replace it?
Yeah, is the movie going to replace a season 4? Are we going to get a season 4 afterwards? Right. It's going to be interesting because it's like we're jumping from Disney Plus to the big screen, but how's it going to work if we go back from the big screen back down to? I'm not saying it's impossible,
right?
But it's going to be an interesting, a series of events. Let's just put it that way. I don't really have the best wording for it, but I'm curious to see how that turns out because I think the movie's going to be fantastic. I mean, I absolutely love Jon Favreau. He's never steered me personally wrong. I absolutely love what he's done with the Mandalorian series in general. I think it's been absolutely fantastic. It's been an incredible addition to the Star Wars canon. So, yeah, I'm very curious to see this movie, but that's not the only movie or series, of course. Ooh. So, upcoming projects.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot.
Yes.
Let's start with the few that we know that are coming this year, right?
Yes.
So we have Skeleton Crew,
The Acolyte,
and the final season of Bad Batch.
Yes.
Which, by the way, that new trailer just came out, the season 3 trailer.
Yes.
I need to actually catch up on that series. I gotta be honest with you. I just watched season 7 again last year of Clone Wars, so I saw their introduction of those characters, but I didn't actually start the series. Just because I really wanted to get into Rebels, that way I could watch Ahsoka without feeling, left behind on any of the story stuff coming in now. And plus, my dad's been badgering me nonstop to watch Rebels because he loves Rebels. That's one of his absolute favorite Star Wars stories. So. And yeah, I watched it and I'm like, me too. I'm there too. So again, I gotta watch Bad Batch. So, but that is coming out this year, so maybe I'll watch the first 2 seasons because it's only 3 seasons, surprisingly. Yeah. And it is the final season coming up. Now, dude, the Acolyte. Oh, High Republic era. We're getting some hardcore Sith stuff.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm so excited about it. I mean, obviously, an Acolyte, a Sith Acolyte. This is, man. And the people who got to see a sneak preview of this at Celebration said the lightsaber stuff they were doing in this movie is going to make fans really, really excited and happy. The stuff they did with the lightsaber fights in Ahsoka were like, damn. Yes, this is what I've been missing in my Star Wars. But I think the Acolyte's since we're going back to the High Republic, we're gonna get into some fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then we got Skeleton Crew too.
Skeleton Crew.
So this one's interesting. We got Jude Law.
Yeah.
He's like the main star, and then we got a young cast of kids, and they're on this ship, and I don't really know what the rest of the plot is, but it is coming out this year. So this one is, we do know it is set like in the current D+ era, so that means the same era as Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka, so it's happening in that same time period. So yeah, I'm curious to see what this series is. They haven't really told us enough, and they haven't really shown us a serious look at a trailer yet. So hey, it might be something we have to react to when it comes out.
Right. Yeah, very true. But there's more too. I mean, there's just so much more.
I almost forgot. Ooh. Jedi, the Tales of the Jedi Volume 2 comes out this year as well. I don't know if you've even seen the first volume. What it is a short anthology series of animated stories The first one had a lot of like Count Dooku before he was
Right.
Count Dooku. So when he was still a Jedi and kind of you see his, I loved that stuff. There was some extra Ahsoka stuff that was pretty good too. I'm really curious to see what kind of new stories they tell us because it's an anthology series, kind of like What If, but except for it's not a What If.
Right.
These are 100% canon, and it's
Yeah.
Anyway, you get my point.
Right.
But yeah,
speaking
so
of Ahsoka, though, Ahsoka season 2.
yes, they officially announced season 2, which I mean, the way it ended, of course. Come on, shadows in the starlight. Oh, my heart broke. Anyway, just tears, grown man tears, all day. That series was so good. Yeah, season 2, I can't wait. Yeah, they announced that at the same time they announced the Mando and Grogu movie.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But on top of that, there's more than just that movie.
Oh yeah.
We actually have four
Yes,
movies.
4 movies.
So yeah, the Mando and Grogu movie.
Yes.
We have the Rey movie.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, we gotta talk about that one for a minute, real
Yes.
quick. So yeah, Rey's coming back. No matter how you feel about her character,
Rey.
it's happening. It's happening. And I just hope that it is good. It's new writers. They have a vision. They're going to try and actually do something really cool with it. And I really hope they pull it off because I think we have a lot of feelings as a Star Wars community about the sequels. And that's something really fun we're going to explore in the retrospectives, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so Rey is coming back. It is 100% Daisy Ridley. So we're going to see that character, and I'm curious on what they do. Because obviously it's set after the sequels.
Right.
I don't know how far either. She could be much older. I would really like to see an older Ahsoka show up. I think they kind of implied she was she was speaking through the Force in the one scene in Rise of Skywalker. But we'll see. We'll see if she's still alive or not. But it would be really cool if she showed up and then actually had like a proper teacher, to actually finish her training. That would be like, okay, you're doing it right. You're heading in the right direction at least. That's just me though. That's some personal thoughts on that. Now, okay, so yeah. We got the Rey movie. What else?
Yes, Filoni's
movie. Yes.
Yes.
Again, we've already mentioned that quite a bit, but yeah, Filoni's movie is gonna be big. And then there's the last one, which
Dawn of the Jedi.
Yes. The Dawn of the Jedi.
That's gonna be
the beginning of the Jedi Order. That is gonna be so cool to see, and it's the director who did Logan.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes. And I'm really excited for that. I really hope they get a really good writer to pair him up with, because if they great writing with great directing, oh man, it's gonna be good.
Oh, yeah,
it's gonna be really good.
Good.
So yeah, so I'm actually really excited about the directions they're going. The only thing out of all the new things that are coming out, I would still really, really, really appreciate it if Disney would please do some live action The Old Republic. Come on, we need the Old Republic era.
Ooh.
Oh, could you imagine some Knights of the Old Republic in live action? Revan. Come on. Anyway, okay, guys. We won't get into that. All right, let's talk about our retrospectives.
Ooh.
Let's tell people what they can expect even in episode 2 coming up of The Rising Rebellion.
Right.
We're going to be doing the retrospectives. You want to tell us what the retrospectives are, basically?
Basically, in that retrospective, and that it's going to be a rewatch of Star Wars.
Yep.
All of them. Everything.
All the movies, all the series,
Yes,
everything that's considered canon. We're even going to include Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor into that because those stories are canon.
Yes.
So
everything Star Wars, we're basically rewatching, replaying, whatever we need to do, going through, giving our thoughts and
consensus.
just all the stuff.
And it's a really fun way for us to kind of objectively go back and be like, okay, I see what the community says, I see what the hardcore fans say, but here's where I feel this lands. This is what I feel about this. We're going to basically go and rewatch, and while we're doing that, we're going to write down notes. So that way we can kind of just do it really awesome. And what we're doing and how we're going to structure the episodes is we're going to start with our retrospective and then throw in current news topics about the franchise.
Yeah.
So you'll get a little bit of what we did today with the retrospectives. And this is not the only franchise we're going to do retrospectives on.
Ooh. Yes.
So that's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
But we're not going to spoil that just yet. Because you guys don't even know all the series we got cooking up. It's
It's going to be... But to be honest, now what's really going to be great about this and what we're going to be doing in that is we're going to be actually doing it in release order.
Yeah.
To keep everything in a line, everything so nothing's so all split up and just too confusing for everybody, but we're keeping it in order.
In a release order.
Yes. So any of those out there, people who are big Star Wars fans and have watched it, it's going to be easier for everybody to keep up with. It's going to be easier for us to keep up with.
And you guys can actually join in along with us. You could go back and rewatch everything with us, or re-experience things with us. It'll be really fun. Now, shows. I want to clarify, if there are multiple seasons of a show, like Clone Wars, each season will be a retrospective, not the whole series. Because if we were doing a whole series, those videos would be really, really long. Really long. So we'll break them down into each individual season. Right. So like Clone Wars will have 7 retrospective episodes on that. So yeah, that means we have content planned for a while. Because there's plenty of things to talk about in this series. So when's it start? Next episode, episode 2, and we're of course starting where it all began with Star Wars A New Hope. So, guys, you're going to want to really join us for that one. And, hey, I think that's it. You got anything else you want to add?
Just... Wah.
Yeah.
Wah.
Yeah, for
just,
real.
It's going to be just massive.
Yeah, there's so much.
It's going to be massive. And to get back in Star Wars again, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've even really got into Star Wars, because I grew up with it when I was younger, and growing up with Star Wars and growing up playing the original games.
Oh yeah.
Just and the whole point is when I Star Wars. Now I can't think of the name of it, but it was a game, and I remember there's this part where you're down in the sewage area.
Oh, okay.
It actually, when I was younger, it actually ended up giving me bad dreams. Not necessarily nightmares, but just baddish type dreams. The noises, because the sounds even those were just so amazing.
Yeah.
Even back then.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to really get back into this again, seeing all those TV shows, seeing all the movies, and then getting back into the games. It's gonna be amazing.
Yep, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Nerd Talk. We're so excited to be back and doing these, and we have tons of stuff to talk about. So please, of course, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, engage with the community, because there's a ton of like-minded nerds here, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. Really get in that comment section, because we're going to have some fun conversations. Keep it light. Don't be an asshole. Be nice. Have some fun, because we're going to be engaging conversation, and there's going to be plenty of differing opinions. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
There's different opinions is great. It's awesome to see how people feel about things, and to kind of see all of the different aspects and kind of where everything goes. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. I've been Abe.
And I've been Bear.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.